Hello and welcome to the Even Me podcast. This is your co-host, More Speaks.
And your girl Kim.
All right, and today we got a topic for you. It is, what do you do while you wait?
Everybody in the club know what's up. What's a while you twerk? Go ahead and start. What's a while you twerk? Yin yang in the thing. Yin yang.
Okay, it's not that kind of wait.
No. Hope not. Hope not in some cases.
So what do you do while you wait? So let's see where Kim came with this topic for this week on episode number 25.
Big 25. So, no, the reason why I came up with, well, that topic of what do you do while you wait? Because a lot of us are lost while God put us in a waiting room, waiting to birth our next adventure, waiting for a man, waiting for a woman, waiting for, to come out of whatever situation we're in.
Sound like you're about to talk about a baby shower.
I know. It ain't for me. I don't know. Whoever it is for, that's, God bless them. No, but it's just like, and I'm guilty. So I can say that comes from me too. I've been guilty of, while I'm waiting, I don't know what to do. So you just be running around like a chicken with his head cut off, a first time mother, first time father, just I don't know what to do. And instead of focusing on you, focusing on your breathing, your mental, your, just taking time and learning yourself, we think is that saying, once again, it's better to get under somebody to get over somebody, or well, you're single, have fun, date, go to clubs and do all this. That is not the thing. Why? And I can't say why others, but why a lot of us, and including myself, we are broken and we think it's okay to continually spread that broken on other people, sprinkle that, because we out there broken, horning on somebody that is genuinely getting themselves together, and they see something in us and we break them by bringing them in our situation. So while we're waiting on whatever it is that is for us, we have to be building ourselves, or we have to groom ourselves. Like you go into an interview, right? You got to practice for that interview. You got to get your outfit together for the interview, your hair, your shoes. So that's what we need to be doing amongst ourselves while we're waiting for the next blessing that God has for us. Because we're going to go through these tests. It just means we need to sit still and keep the faith. And I'm just coming from myself. I've seen a lot of other people. I can't speak on them. I'm just speaking from my own experience. Once I started waiting, I can see the light better. I can understand things better, and then I can work on me, and I have a peace of mind. Not always that you're gonna be at that point of peace, and at that point of not longing for somebody or something. But God said, "I got you. All you have to do is trust me," and He has abundantly shown me when I could have been dead and gone 4 or 5 times. He has been there. I just don't know how to sit my butt down. But now, that's all I know how to do is sit and be patient. When I can't hear him, and still be, I'll scream at God. I can't hear you. Come on, talk to me. So being put in some situations that I know wasn't of God, it was of me mentally. That's where I need to sit back and examine how I look at things and how I see things. Is coming from me not want to jump and make moves, and it doesn't ever work out.
Yeah, I think so. Just listening to what you're saying, and I mean, I guess many people can interpret this in many ways because, I mean, what are you waiting on? So, like, are you
Well,
waiting for like a baby to birth? Are you waiting for your next chapter in your life? Are you waiting for that new promotion? Are you waiting on God? Are
Mhm.
you waiting on that next big thing in your life, like a purchase of a house, purchase of, a new car? So it's, I guess it can go many ways, but I guess with any situation, no matter what, I think, you know, I know sometimes we get heavy religious, here, but I think, you know, no matter what you're waiting on, I think God should be number one. He should
Mhm.
be assisting you, you know, on any endeavor that you're trying to, move forward with. Just because, if you don't have any faith in God, what do you have faith in? So I think, while you're waiting for that next chapter, with the significant other that you're pursuing, are you grooming yourself, and preparing yourself for that next chapter? Are you, making sure that you're available? Are you making sure that, any of your previous relationships do not come back, or, things like that? Have you left the last relationship behind in order to move on to the next? Because I mean, we always say that we're looking for someone, but we're still attached to that last person, or we didn't leave that relationship, I guess, in good terms, or you left in a way where that person, maybe, you still speak to them, friendly, and they may take it different than you do. So I mean, are you waiting for that relationship to end? Are you waiting for them to call it quits? Or are you just waiting and making sure that everything in the past is in the past, and you're gonna move forward? So it's many. I guess you can interpret that question in many ways, and that's why, I was like, okay, what are we waiting on? So
Yeah, well, I think waiting on anything, first of all, is having patience, and I learned that because the rabbit always, right, they're the fastest, right. The turtle is the slowest, but the turtle does finish the finish line, make it across the finish line. But in his journey, as slow as he moves, he gets to see everything that's in his path or on the way. He get to see the mistakes he made because he's traveling at a space where he's really cruising. He get to see the scenery of it. Where there is a rabbit, he's moving so fast. He keep hitting his head and running into the same thing because he didn't learn from the first time. He didn't learn the second time. He's moving so fast, and whether it be a significant other, a baby, because we can make, who doesn't want kids or to carry their legacy, and sometimes it may not be meant for that person. But if you go out there and you try because you want that to have your legacy or that love from another human being, and make a baby with the wrong person because you just ran out there and got with old Earl, from the juke joint. I mean,
girl from around the block.
yeah, you get what you get what you get looking for. And but if you do that turtle and you pay attention to Turtle Winston and pay attention to the scenery, you already seeing that. Hey, wait a minute, there go Earl. I seen Earl before. Earl, all I see Earl do is around here with a bush light in his hand, and you
Hmm.
know talking about everything under the sun, but it's nothing, and doesn't have any dreams, doesn't have any uh aberrations, or doesn't have a mission for itself. So you get to see that as you cruise. You get to see all the games everybody play, men and women play, because you seeing it right as you cruising. Like back in the day in the 70s, and when we was born, they always had songs that they was cruising, they was taking their time because they got to see it, they got to absorb what was going on. Now we move so fast that you could see somebody with a relationship right now and then another one, or you could see somebody in the company hire somebody so fast because they're trying to fill that position, and
Hmm.
they hire Chucky, Mike Myers, and Freddy all in one. They're
Man, we
not
took it
really.
back to Halloween.
Shit, some people, some companies do, or some people get into relationships like that because they moving so fast. And me personally, who do I'm that lovey type person. So yes, who doesn't want to be in love? Who doesn't want to be with somebody? But now just taking it slow. Shoot, I'm gonna wait till it comes the way it's supposed to come, and let me see it, because I can see now. Okay, he's a problem. He got some issues. Yeah, you're 47, 48 years old. All you talk about is sex, your pants hanging down your ass, and you're in the club every night.
Well, I hope if
Okay.
you're 47 to 48, your pants ain't hanging low.
I've seen it, Jesus. I've seen it, and I'm like, what?
That's a little much
Yeah,
for that age. So
and I
I
like.
would so I would say the analogy you gave with the turtle and the rabbit, they always say slow and steady wins the race.
Mm-hmm.
And it's true because someone that's speeding. So let's put that analogy to like a relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's say you get out of one relationship and you jump into another one, and just like I was saying earlier, you never left the original one. You left it, like an open-ended question. You never finished it. So you get it, you hop into one relationship, then another, and then now that person that you left is like, okay, are we done? Did we finish? You didn't call it quits or anything
Mm-hmm.
like that. And then you move on to the next one, and you don't realize, they don't realize what the heck is going on. But with being a turtle, you would basically, take your time. You would let them know, hey, you know, we just need to move on. I'm moving on, and then maybe like a month or two passes, maybe more, but just saying, like a month or two passes, and then you start dating someone else, and that person that you left knows, okay, they left me, they've moved on, it's been a few months, and the turtle just moves on, it just keeps moving, whereas the rabbit is jumping from relationship to relationship, and just like you said, jumping from one relationship up under the next relationship, and it's just a continuous cycle that that rabbit is not gonna stop, because it's gonna just keep going, and is never satisfied with one relationship, so it moves to another. I mean, that's the analogy I kind of got in my head when you were talking about it.
I mean, yeah, that's what I wanted, people to see, that that's definitely how things go. Because if you don't take your time and learn from the situation you was previously in, you take that or some things from that situation into your new one. And that's the thing. And so some people are so set on, okay, I'm who I am, and I'm not gonna change. Oh my God. So you tell me you're not gonna change? Nothing changed over years with you. Shoes, I don't wear a size 8 anymore, that changed. So you have to evolve too. And that's just bad, and you keep drawing the same thing. So some people think they change, or they say they want to change, and they go right back to their old ways. And we keep drawing those same patterns that we had before, because we move fast. That's all we know. And going slow now in this day and age is a no. Even on the roads, even on at school, it's a no. They want to take you fast through everything right now, and you're missing so much that you really need to see. So I feel like that personally. That's one of my problems that I adjusting in my life, like taking it slow, because what you thought wasn't for you is really meant for you. All you have to do is wait on it. Because somebody told you you can't do something, that's a lie. That's their opinion. That's their thought. That's their, whatever, they self doubt, or, whatever they have within themselves. That's not you, and don't allow anybody to put that on you. And I like how my pastor said Sunday, we have lists and standards that we want, either in a relationship, we want in a house, we want a car, we want whatever our life to be. We have this list, and everything has to check off in that list. But That's when we was in our broken season. Now that we in our healing season, did our list change? Cause I'm tell you, with me, man, I have to have a full beard. He had to be like 6'6". Now I ain't do no skinny men. I have to have me a big thick un. I need somebody that
Big
can hold
Thickum,
me. Big thick un.
some,
Got to be able to hold me,
some
Jesus.
cornbread and chicken guy.
Baby, we'll be in there, I'll be mixing some cornbread up. You want some jalapeno cornbread, baby? I got you. But, but you got to change your standards, and that may not be, well, your checklist. That may not be the person for you. I mean, it's, you know, many men that actually approaches me are not that six guy with the beard and dark and they not that has that
What are
has
they? Short little hobbits with no beard?
no, they're not short. I mean, they still taller than me, thank God, but they're not short. But they just something that I'm not used to, and I'm like, how can I? This is not what I'm used to. But that's because my list was when I was in my broken season. My list
Yeah.
didn't see past. Okay, I want this instead of seeing past that as somebody that can pray with me, that want to work with me to be better, and I work with them. Somebody that gonna love me unconditionally. Past my flaws. I want this person that's all they looking at is themselves in the mirror. They 48 years old, like they not gonna a gut is not it's not gonna come. Yes, it is. So yeah, it can't it can't always be that way. You're not gonna get that particular list, but all you know is if you have your standards that you want your peace, and you keep that, don't ever detour from that peace. If it doesn't give me peace, I don't want it. And I've seen and heard this slogan. I'm gonna call it a slogan so many times in so many places. Peace is the most expensive thing you can give away.
I thought it
And
was time.
no peace, baby. If you don't have peace in your mind and you don't get no sleep, time is there. Yeah, you can't get time back. But if you don't have peace, that's for me. If you don't have peace, God can give me more years on this earth to make up for the ones that I missed going with, you know, with old Rogers or whoever you want to say.
Mr.
I,
Rogers,
yeah, I
neighborhood.
mean, I'm just saying, you spent that time with that person. God can give me, a few more years to make up and get the right person. But peace, oh my God, because you miss your sleep. You don't eat right. You can't think right without having some type of peace. So you're in a mental prison. And if anybody ever been in a mental prison, that's a place that you don't ever want to be, because you are isolating yourself because you don't know what to do anymore. It's just so much coming against you. You got your own issues. You brought somebody else in and they giving you issues, and all you can do is just retreat back to this prison. I've been there. That is not a place to be. You don't even know if you have your shoes on right anymore. That's how bad it gets for you. So
Mm.
you don't know your left from your right. So that's why I say peace is the most expensive thing that we give up. And that's one thing that I refuse to ever give up. I don't care, mama, daddy. I'm sorry, daddy. I love you. Kids, spouse, I refuse to give my peace up ever again. It's just
Yeah, so I was listening to the radio. I think after church, they have a show on there, and they song Kirk Franklin's praise, and she kind of mentioned this analogy that I really liked, and I meant to say it a couple weeks ago, and then last week we spoke about something similar, about shedding friends and things like that, and it basically stated that we're like trees. When it comes to certain seasons, like the fall, we must shed our leaves, which the leaves are unwanted friends, unwanted, issues, so kind of like what we spoke about last week. We were talking about how certain people, leave your life and you just move on and you realize later that they were hindering you more than they were helping you.
Mhm.
Just like a tree, when it comes to the fall, it sheds those leaves, and then in the springtime, the new growth comes back and it's like green and full and lush. Same thing in your life. You it comes a point in time when you have to like shed people and they move on, you move on. It's not that you guys left for a certain reason. Sometimes it's no reason at all. It just happens, and your life moves on, and you do other endeavors that you would have probably never done with that person in your life, and you just move on. I mean, I've seen it. I know I said it last podcast. I think I already went through that because everyone in my life that shouldn't have been in my life has like either gone away or moved away, or at least stopped hindering me or putting me in predicaments that I shouldn't be. All this young stuff that you do and things like that. So I mean, I think that was a great analogy. She said more stuff than what I did. I can't remember the exact words, but I thought it was great. Just because it's gonna come a point in your life that something like this is gonna happen. It's not like you're gonna go through the same season, the same time over and over, and have these people, because eventually you're gonna snap out of it and you're gonna move on.
Mhm. Yeah, it's and I'm guilty. I hate letting go of anything, even pair of pants I had since 2006.
You're a hoarder.
I'm not a hoarder, but it's like some things I like. I want to keep on. I want to hold on to somewhat a hoarder. Yeah, yes, I got the wedding dress. So let me just put that out there for y'all.
Did
For
it,
Anthony say,
it's been a week. I thought you're gonna get rid of it. No, it's 2 weeks.
I'm
You
trying.
brought it to the new house. Come on.
No, I'm trying to get rid of it. I'm serious. I was like,
Okay.
okay, y'all. Let me just tell you. I have this 13-year-old wedding dress, and it's a
Jeez.
prince. It's a princess dress. Okay, it's beautiful. It was nice. It was a nice little price back then. I never got to wear it down the aisle. I still got it. So now that I'm moving on and changing in these seasons and moving to a different chapter, Anthony thinks I need to get rid of it. That's what he thinks. I was like, it's beautiful. I ain't never wore it for anybody, so I can keep it. But anyway, so I have finally thought I'm in and sat back, marinated on it. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of it. Okay, so that's definitely what I'm decluttering in my life, some things that I'm hanging on to, and I see that that's still hanging on to your past. So
Yeah,
there you
because
go.
you can hoard old memories,
Yeah,
and it happens. It's a trinket here, a trinket there, a dress that you've never worn that you should have got rid of. I mean, you don't have to get rid of it. I just think that if you're looking to move on and you want a fresh start, I think that next person is gonna really want that out of your life, because I know they're not gonna want you to wear unless you tell them you bought it yourself. But they listen to the podcast, they're gonna know that it's 13 years old and it probably don't fit because it's 13 years old.
see, it fits even better now because I'm sexy. At that time, I was pregnant, so I'm like sexy. No, I'm stop.
No, I mean, but
No.
you can. I mean, hoard. There's different ways of hoarding. I mean, there's things
Mm,
that you don't get rid of. Like I can tell you that I got, of course, shoes that I've had for over 10, 15 years because they're worth a lot of money. And there's pants that you like and you don't get rid of, but
mm,
eventually, with loss of weight or loss of you know different things, you're gonna say, hey, I don't want to hold on to this. This such and such person said I look good in this dress or this pair of pants, and I don't want to feel that way. I don't even want to think about it. I'm just gonna move on, get rid of it, and just keep pushing.
Yeah, I said that, after thinking about what you said on the last time we talked. And I was like, maybe that's a hinder too, because it was from something from the past. And then I thought, in my storage I got this china cabinet. So nobody uses china cabinet. This is a beautiful china cabinet, right? And one of my movers said that you can't even give a china cabinet away. Youngsters don't even use china cabinet like they don't use entertainment centers. So I did, and last couple of days I've been thinking about it. Yeah, let me just let it go, even if I try to sell it for a little or nothing, or just find somebody
Just
to
find an
donate it.
old person. There's a
Yeah.
lot of old people that still have like, China, wear and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Fine china or whatever. Some people say I say my aunt still has one, and she has the same place that have been in that damn thing for years and years. But she's not gonna get rid of it because that's she's got used to it. Now there's other things that she got rid of. When people used to have those big entertainment centers, there's like three pieces and
Hmm.
the TV used to sit in the middle, which now TVs are flat screens. You don't need something to sit a TV on anymore. It's more like hanging it on the wall. So even she has gone through changing some things. Even though she kept it for so many years, but she still has the china cabinet. I don't think she's ever going to get rid of it, even though it's like I said, it's the same plates, same stuff in there. For years, she just hides money and stuff in there sometimes. So I think, I mean, even with your china cabinet, find somebody, and somebody wants it. Somebody, I mean, I've seen people revamp those china cabinets and turn them into a little more contemporary. I mean, I don't know if it's wood or what color it is. If it's cherry, then people still look for that.
Hmm. Yeah, so I'm gonna get rid of it, put it up, and that's my mission for the end of this week. To
Oh,
get it
okay.
put up. Yeah, to get it put up. So now I'm totally decluttering
So two
things.
podcasts from now, we're gonna see.
You gonna
Well,
see. I'm off. Like I told my 12-year-old, I got time today. So
mm,
I got
mm,
time this week. I'm on vacation. I'm just put it up and declutter. Even though that relationship there is over and done and gone, but I don't think I'm just holding on to something that I don't see it sentimental, but it definitely needs to be gone. It needs to go to somebody else who can make use of it. So yeah, as I wait, I'm gonna declutter too. A lot of things out of my life. As I wait, clear my
mm.
mind, clear, and at the same time, you know, allow the new me coming in. I'm ready to see her, basically, while I'm waiting.
You're
So
ready to see her?
yeah, I'm ready to see her. I mean, she been through a lot, and she's calmer. I like that about her. She's calmer now. She working on her emotional intelligence. Now you may get cussed out because she's not all the way there. So don't judge me because you pushed the right button on the right day.
Mm.
But I'm still a work in progress, right? So I may trip out or whatever, but I like the new me that is evolving because she thinks before she do. Um, she look before she go. So I really like that the one that I'm becoming. That I was that rabbit all the time, running, 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 and never made it to the finish line. Well, did cross a couple of them, but how many times did I get sit back before I got there? What did I learn from that to next time that problem arose? What to do, And like they said, life is like a playbook. You have to have a playbook for each thing that may come up in your life, each scenario. So,
I thought
yeah.
you were gonna say something else.
No, I didn't.
Life is like a box of chocolates. You'll never know what
Oh
you're
my!
gonna get.
Sometimes I don't know if I I'm gonna hurt you or not. Oh my god! No, I wasn't gonna say that one. I wasn't gonna say that. No, but it's a learning, man. It's just like a constant. Life is a constant. You constantly learning. It's a classroom. It's, that's all I can say. You may not go through nothing this season because this is your season of coming out. This is I'm gonna say sixth grade year was a very easy year because everything you caught on from fifth grade before you going into seventh grade, your sixth grade year. But you get in your seventh grade year, that can be challenging because that's a whole nother season, a whole new different learning, and it's getting you ready for pre-teen, pre-high school, and all that kind of stuff. So, you got to take that and be ready for it. So, yeah. So I have to learn from each scenario, each situation, each relationship, being friends, family. Now, the one thing I like, my second son said, he said, "Man, you got family and you got relationships. I mean, you got relatives. You got family and you got relatives. There's two differences. We're relatives because we kin by blood. That doesn't totally make us 100% family. We're relatives. Family is somebody who, I mean, I got your back. If I gotta come to New York for you, I'm coming to New York for you. That's family." And I was like, that makes sense. Because when I look at my dad's side of the family, that's family. If I'm anywhere and I got to call one of them, they coming. If I'm in the vicinity and need a plate to eat, I can go to their house and eat, and my kids can too. That's family. And I know in other areas, people that I'm related to, we're just related. I
Yeah.
can't call on you for nothing. I can't depend on you for nothing. So, yeah.
That's good. I mean, I get where he's coming from. I think that's good because every relative is not going to come to your rescue. Every relative is not going to be there with the handout saying, "Hey, until you get on your feet, here you go." But family, they're not looking for you to repay them. They're looking to help you, lift you up, get you out of that bad season and get you going, get you on that ladder so you can get over that hump and then you can move forward. But I mean, that's really good because everyone always calls, some people their cousin. That's my cousin. That's my cousin. But, is that cousin going to be there for you? Is that cousin going to be the one to help? I mean, sometimes they call, just random people cousins just because they act like family more than their own family does, so I think that's really good. I do know that dealing with certain aspects of family tends to hurt you and kind of hinder you. I know we've been talking about that a little bit, and I think you have to know how to play your cards right, like who to deal with at a certain time and who to just stay away from, because you don't want to deal with a person that you've had issues with in the past. It's like going to a relative's house that something's gonna pop off every time you go there. So you rather just skip it, let them talk about you, and you don't deal with the headaches of actually going and dealing with the same thing, because now they're talking about you, but now it's in your face and you're gonna react, sometimes wrong. Like you said, they can catch you on the wrong day at the right time, and that's it. And, it's gonna be over. That whole family reunion or gathering is gonna go to shit pretty much.
And it's like, learning yourself. Like, I'm okay being without the person I was born, share blood with. I'm okay with it, because we wasn't given a choice of who our relatives are. It wasn't. So many of them is, if you look at a lot of people this day, you can pick out of 10 people, how many of those 10 people has been scorned, or some things in their life right now is past happened to, the things that happened to them is from a relative that caused that issue, that made it so deep, you bury it, but it's there, and it's been caused by a relative. That's the first person to hurt you, a relative and a stranger. And you don't want to talk about it because you buried it, but like, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of studies that no matter what the situation is, rapes, people talking down to you, people that murder you. You know, I'd say that the rate, I don't know what the rate is, so I don't want to make up a rate, but I would say it's more than half than of people that you actually know that will cause you more pain than the people you don't know. Now, you know, you have the random acts and stuff like that, but it's always most likely a person that you know is going to do something rather than someone that you don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the thing. The person that's closest to you is the one that's gonna hurt you the most than anyone that is a stranger. You know, the stranger gonna hurt you, but will it hurt? Will it sting as much as a relative? Then, not really, because that person I can let go. I don't have to ever see that person, whatever, whatever. But a relative, they can do it. So it's a lot of stuff that we have to declutter, have to move out our life to move on with our lives. And we always get caught that, oh, that's family. You family, you have to look out for family. Yeah. But a baby bird is born to the mama bird, and she cuddle him and love him or whatever. But what she do in she kick him out the net. She throw him over, and that baby bird go on and live his life. So become a stronger big bird. You learn from what has been taught. So you be like, hey, I'm not going back to that situation. I'm going back around that family member. I'm not dealing with this same type of hurt. And I wish you well. I don't wish you nothing. But while I'm waiting, I want to be totally healthy mentally,
Mhm.
physically. So I forgive you. I'm moving on. So that's another one, forgiveness. People hold on to that and want to, be mad at something that happened 30 years ago. Well, you can't change it. And even if they did apologize for it, which they not, what is it going to do for you? So you have to choose to be whole, healthy. You have to choose you and say, I forgive them. Even if they, don't care, I forgive them for myself, not for them. So I can move on to my next season, so I can be into my next future, and not bring this garbage with me.
Yeah.
That's basically how I feel. That's a good one.
All
Forgive
right. So this was podcast number 25.
25. Wah, wah. No, sorry.
We're a quarter of the way. All right. So, uh, like we said before, if you want to be on one of our shows, hit us up on one of the social medias. Listen to our podcasts on Spotify, Apple Music, Google. This time I didn't stutter. I got it all out there. And many other locations. Wherever you find your podcast at, that's where we'll be. This is More Speaks
And your girl Kim.
on the Even Me podcast. Y'all take it easy.
Bye.